Hello there, and welcome to Quantum MMA. Please subscribe my channel; helps me a lot. And more than that, I thought I'll do my fight prediction video for none other than our Ian Garry and Carlos Prates. I thought I'll share my predictions. More than that, I even thought, UFC 314 was a banger. If Carlos Prates versus Ian Garry was on the card, trust me, it's much more of a banger. And now I'm gonna go through the card by the way, starting with the opener of the main card, which is none other than Ikram Aliskerov versus André Muniz. Uh, let's be honest. Even if you guys look at the odds over here, it is minus 650 for Ikram and 470. Like he's such a massive favorite by the way, and I don't think so. Like Ikram Aliskerov with the full fight camp is going to lose this one. I think he is on his way back. I'm not saying like he's a bad fighter. Just stylistically, it was not that much of a great one against Robert Whittaker. But come on, mate, Andre Muniz is not a great fighter. Let's be practically honest. I think Ikram wins this one probably via decision is what I'm gonna go with. Mainly because like it's more of like a decision based thing, and I feel like he is going to edge out a decision probably like strike with him couple of times, take him down, control, and probably win the first and the third round, and like 2-1 in the favor of Ikram Aliskerov. I think he's going to win this one. That's pretty much it. I think I'm going to go with Ikram. I think he's a good fighter. Don't count him out just because he had like one matchup, bad matchup against who's the guy. By the way, his name, the guy Robert Whittaker, Robert the Reaper Whittaker. Yeah, that is there. Let's move on to the next matchup, which is none other than Randy Brown versus Nicolas Dalby. I get it, mate. Nicolas Dalby is cool, great, everything, but I'm still gonna go with Randy Brown. Let's be like practically honest. I feel like I'm gonna go with Randy Brown, and I don't know. Like he lost his matchup via like a first round submission against JDM, and after that he's gotten a few wins. He's not a bad fighter. It's just JDM is that good, and stylistically this is something that like sort of gets him a lot of brownie points, I must say. And I think Randy Brown. I don't know why I was supposed to call him Jamal Hill right now. It's funny, but all in all, I feel like Randy is going to win this one. I think he's going to win this one via maybe like a decision because I don't see him having any finishing ability. And every time he comes closer, I think Nicolas Dalby is going to try and push and run him through. And I think that's where the major problem occurs. But all in all, if I were to pick someone in this matchup, I think I'm going to go with Randy Brown by a decision. That's pretty much it. And let's move on to the next one, which is none other than Michel Pereira versus Abbas Magomedov. This is the battle of the guys who have like very shitty gas tank, I must say. Uh, I'm gonna go with Michel Pereira. Guy's got shitty gas tank, but he's a giant. He's a massive guy for 185. And more than that, Mikel Pereira is good in the first round. He is going to win the first round. Probably he's going to edge out the second or third round, and he's gonna get it done. Or else I could see Abbas winning this one. Probably like take him down, control, make him gas out in the first round, and like hope you guys get the idea. But I don't know, mate. I just don't see that happening. I feel like Mikel Pereira is like more active on the field, and I think even apart from Sean Strickland, Abbas Magomedov has lost to like a few other guys as well. I don't think so. Like he's as good as they claim him to be. Because Mikel Pereira is a big guy, and every time when there is a three-rounder matchup, the first and the second round he does really well. And third round he slows down a bit. I think that's what's going to happen over here. I think he's going to get two rounds in favor of one. I don't even mind Mikel Pereira finishing him by the way. Abbas Magomed is known to get TKO'd or KO'd, and he sort of swings with his hand, like in a very weirdest way. And I think Mikel Pereira is very, very funky fighter, and I think he can get this one done. Is what I believe in per se. And I think Mikel Pereira is going to get this one done. Probably like a second round finish, I must say. But if not, I could see him get a decision as well, edge out a decision over here. That's pretty much it. And let's move on to the next one, which is none other than Giga Chikadze versus David Onama. I know everybody's going with David Onama, but I'm going to go with Giga Chikadze. In fact, if you remove wrestling from any, like from your game plan, from your matchup, I think Giga Chikadze could actually win against you guys. Like, he is a really good striker and he could do decent striking and voice. Fuck it, yeah. I think Giga Chikadze is a sizable underdog. David Onama is good, but he is not like a great fighter. And I think Chikadze is gonna edge out a decision, probably with his leg kicks. And Chikadze has got a decent chin, regardless of what you guys say, even against Calvin Cater, against Barbosa, even against Arnold Allen, and against multiple other guys. Like, he showed true heart that he can take a punch and he can move forward as well. He really does badly in terms of against strikers, if I must say, only when he is facing adversity. Like, for example, like against a guy like Arnold Allen, who's a real funky fighter, who's like, who's autistic enough, like, I'm gonna do something like that when he goes on something like that. But apart from that, I don't see, David Onama doing any such stuff. The only way I see David Onama winning this is like by a KO or a finish. I don't think so. I can't even see him edging out a decision because he gets hit quite a lot. And Giga Chikadze is really, really sneaky about landing punches on his opponents. Even the first round against Arnold Allen, Giga Chikadze won, and I feel like Giga Chikadze is going to win this one sizably and comfortably. He's an underdog. I'm going to go with the underdog over here. I think Giga Chikadze is going to win this one, and I think he's going to call out probably like a I don't know. Probably, I think he's going to call out either Bryce Mitchell or some other guy. But stylistically, this is a good matchup for him, and I feel like he's going to win this one. Plus, like Giga Chikadze with his like leg kicks and stuff. I think it's going to work in his favor. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's move on to the co-main event of the night, which is none other than Anthony Delulu Smith versus Zhang Mingyang. And Delulu means delusional. Let's be honest, guys. I've completely stopped doubting Anthony Smith. I think he's completely gone in the head. CT has taken over him. I think he's completely gone. I don't know why would I even pick Anthony Smith against Dominic Reyes. I don't know why would I even pick Nikita Krylov against Dominic Reyes. Next time when Dominic Reyes faces someone, I'm going to pick Dominic Reyes and he's going to lose. And this is what has been happening with me for quite some time in terms of Dominic Reyes. So all said and done, like I think I have a pretty understanding of how Anthony Smith is going to fight. I think Zhang Mingyang is going to finish him, let's say probably in the first round by a KO. I think Anthony Smith, the only thing that's left for him to do is like, I don't know how he is even in the rankings. Like, look at him. How is he even in the ranking? The total number of losses that he's had. There are fighters, like who haven't even had that much fights. He wants to get hit in his face. I don't know, mate. You should probably, go to, I don't know, maybe he doesn't want to go to John Jones because he's scared he'll try to take advantage of him. But apart from that, jokes apart, I think Zhang Miang is going to win this one. And I'm really tired of doubting Anthony Smith. He's completely shit and he's gone out of his league as well. Whatever that is, like light heavyweight is the most talentless and shitless division. And Anthony Smith is the most untalented light heavyweight on planet Earth. I think it's I'm pretty confident in saying that he's in fact one of the most. I think he is the most untalented light heavyweight athlete, not just in planet Earth. I think in any multiverse. If you guys know what I mean, I think he's that pretty bad and shitty. So I'm gonna stop it at that, and I'm gonna pick Zhang Mingyang to win this one by like a first round KO. And my guy from China who's gonna get this one. And can't wait to see what Sean Strickland says about this. By the way, but yeah, yeah. How many Chinese fighters are there in UFC? I'm just wondering. Like Israel Adesanya, Zhang Mingyang. Then there is Song Yudong. Then there is Wang Zili, Yang Jonan. They are slowly taking over. They are slowly entering there. They are slowly trying to take over. I get that. Yeah, it's funny. Eh? Li Jingliang. Yeah, Carlos Prates. I just saw Carlos Prates' face and I got reminded of it. Yeah. Fuck it. Let's go on to none other than the main event of the evening. Ian, Cuckold, Gary versus Carlos, the chain smoker Prates. Who am I even supposed to pick in this one, mate? Mate, I know like people have made fun. I myself have made fun of young Gary and stuff, but you really got to give him respect. The guy has got two bigger balls, which is bigger than most of the fighters, I must say. Because like he took Shavkat Rakhmonov, the so-called boogeyman of the division, a five-rounder matchup, a short notice. Like it was like a short notice matchup for him. It was like a short notice, like contract for him. And again, right now he's signed up for like a five-round matchup, maybe even a short notice matchup for Ian. By the way, please put some fucking respect on that guy's name. Uh, it's so funny. And if I were to pick a winner over here, I feel like Ian Gary could win this one. I know a lot of people are picking Ian Gary, but last week, seeing and watching what the fighting nerds did to Bryce Mitchell, a lot of those guys were actually picking Bryce Mitchell to win. But John Silva did the unthinkable. Mate, like, I get it. A featherweight guy who's doing things, I don't think so. Like, that is going to transcend to the welterweight guy. But I don't know. I don't know. It just I've been reading about like fighting nerds. Apparently, they brought this nerd, a data science guy, to read about their opponents, what's their weakness, when to pressure them, and when not to pressure them. You guys get the idea, right? This is proper nerding out, by the way, in terms of fights, obviously. And people really don't understand. I don't know whether they know this or not. I think most of them must be aware, which is like Carlos Prats. If you really look at his background, he's been a kickboxer for quite some time and Muay Thai, and he's lost a lot of it. I'm not saying no, but uh, he just like lost in a different way. I must say, like he quit multiple times. I'm yawning as well. He quit as well multiple times. But I don't know. Recently, he's on a tear, like 9 or 10 win streaks and like some 9 KO streaks, something like that. And he was the first guy to finish Li Jingliang, and the way he flatlined KO'd Neil Magny and Trevin Giles, if I'm not wrong, he finished him as well. And to see every time Ian Machado Garry, he was edging out a decision most of the time, and if he is unable to do anything, I don't know what like. Carlos is a big guy, and multiple guys have caught Ian Gary and they have stunned him. And I don't know, just I feel like Ian Gary could win this one, but I'm gonna go with Carlos by the way. I can feel like Ian Gary is going to be winning on everybody's eyes, and he's probably leg kicking him, trying to catch him, body shots here and there, take his back, control him for like the first 2 rounds, something. Regardless of what, Ian is not as stupid. He could be anything. Like as you guys say, he could be a cuckold guy, he could be a submissive slave, he could be like a I don't know, like I don't know, but he could be like a come dumb bench, whatever you can call him that. But one thing that he's not is not stupid, which is very ironic for me to say. Yeah, and I think Young, I can see Young winning this one. I don't see Ian submitting him. If he submits him, like that's well and good. I don't know. It's just the only weakness that I see in Carlos' game is that he smokes way too much. Like on camp, he smokes like 10, like a pack of cigarettes. I think it's safe to say he smokes like a pack of cigarettes. It is going to catch up. He is going to slow down in the 25-minute round fight. And I don't know. I think if I'm Ian, like as in, I hope I didn't say that I'm disgusted by certain things of this guy, but not as much as John Jones or something. But to be practically honest, I think Ian Gary, if I was to be the game planner for Ian Gary, I think Ian Gary should go feint a couple of like highs, leg kicks and stuff. Probably take him down, take his back, and try to finish the first round over there. Continue with the second round, and from the third round, I think he should put his pressure. And I could see him, catching Carlos Prats or finishing him in the third or the fourth because come on, chain smokes. I'm 100% sure his gas tank is shitty. And for Carlos Prates to win, all he needs to do is probably in the first or second round, finish him by a KO. That's pretty much it. And I don't know, mate. I'm just thinking it through. And Carlos Prates got like a 78-inch reach. And I don't know, it's just even if you look at the past opponents, like Ian Garry had to edge out a decision, not edge, like he comfortably won against Neil Magny. But Carlos Prates just flatline KO'd him. Like it meant nothing to him. And I don't know. I can't remember the fighter's name. It was an Asian fighter, by the way. He got Ian Garry, and Ian Garry, like he made Ian Garry sit down, by the way, from his left hand. And Carlos Prates is good with catching people with his left hand. I can see Carlos finishing him, to be really honest. And I can see like Ian Garry waking up and feeling like, oh my god, what the hell just happened? Like I was not aware of it. He caught me. That's it. This is what happens when you take short notice matchups, is what he is going to even come up with a decision. Then he's going to say that he had a broken bone, broken hand, he had some problems here and there, something like that. But all in all, I just can't. I don't know, mate. I think if it is in the first two, 3 rounds, I could see like Ian winning. I mean to say like I could see Carlos winning this one. But if it is like after second or third round, I could see like Ian winning this. And for Carlos to win, I think he should finish Ian. And for Ian to win, I think he could even edge out a decision. I don't know. Just I'm looking at the options. I can see Ian Gary winning this one. But I'm going to go with Carlos Prats on this one. Yep. I initially wanted to pick Ian Gary, but I'm going to go with Carlos Prats on this one. Uh, Carlos Prats is good. He's pretty tricky and he's pretty good. And more than that, I feel like I think he changed his game plan for this one. Like he's going to fight as usual, but I think he's going to surprise Ian Gary because he was preparing against Geoff Neal, by the way, a week ago at UFC 314. Now he's fighting against Ian Gary, who's like a completely altogether different type of guy. And so short notice matchup for Carlos as well, and it's a 5 rounder for him as well. I think Carlos is going to get this one, and I think he's probably going to catch Ian. Like when he is breaking away from the clinch or get the idea, right? Like when he's trying to, make the fight. Ian is trying to make the fight a close, dirty boxing one. I think Carlos is going to try and catch him with a short left hook or probably with an uppercut that is going to like stun him. And from then onwards, I think Carlos Prats is going to take over. I think he's probably going to eventually finish in the first or the second round. That's how I see this going after this matchup. I think probably they should do next is Carlos Prats versus Leon Edwards, let's say. And then after that, you should get a title shot. And apart from that, I don't see any other form for Carlos winning this matchup. And Ian Gary could pull this one off. But I don't know, his weird as funky movements, and Ian's got nothing but leg kicks, and he's a southpaw, if I'm not right. If I'm not wrong, I think he's a southpaw. Let me move. No, it's not here. I think he's a guy who focuses heavy on his left hand, and I think every time he tries to leg kick him, imagine with like a one strong jab, by the way, up the nose, and I think Ian Gary would feel it. One thing that I've never seen Ian Gary face anyone, whenever he faces adversity, Ian Gary, I think he tends to avoid it. Even when he faced against Geoff Neal, I thought he was going to strike with him now. He held him against the cage and he didn't give a fuck about it. I think he's not going to be stupid. If Ian Gary comes out there with the idea of just, I'm going to hold this guy against the cage, I think he should just, I don't know, he could win this one, but I don't see him get the idea right. Like, I don't see him getting the things by the way. But apart from that, I don't know, but even against Sharkat, it was not like such an active fight. I think Carlos Prats should catch him, or it's going to be like a banger of a matchup for him. I think he's going to catch and finish him, is what I feel is going to happen, because Leon is open to like left hooks, and so at times he is open for certain uppercuts as well. And he's been rocked multiple times. I think a guy with enough power like Carlos Prats could actually make him sit down and finish him. I think probably the first round they both are going to exchange a lot of leg kicks, and Carlos is going to chase him, and Ian Gary thinking that he is the guy who avoids, like he's a striking master or something, is going to try to avoid, dodge all the punches, and eventually try to clinch and like hold him against the cage. and try to take his back and probably submit him. And I think once Carlos Prates, sort of moves away from the position, from the clinch, I think when he moves away, disengages from that, I think like Carlos Prates is going to eventually catch him. I think it's going to be like a fast-paced matchup. I think in the first or second round, Carlos Prates is going to catch him clean and he's going to finish him off. That's pretty much it. That's how I see this matchup going. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. If you guys made it so far, which most of you don't, please like the video. Please subscribe to my channel. It's this guy a lot, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, thank you so much. So I need to.